2-1. Their final huddle before the opening tip, and we will check in now on our Bud Light starting lineups. And the key to this game, in the view of many, is that the front line for the Pistons must generate some firepower. Michael Curry, Ben Wallace, Clifford Robinson start up front, and only Clifford Robinson has been a scorer of the three. In the backcourt, can they just keep Tracy McGrady under wraps a little bit, with Jacques Vaughn setting the table? McGrady, the NBA's leading scorer this year, is averaging 39 points a game. Rick Carlisle in his second season here with Detroit. This is a crisis game for his team. They want to take Game 5 back to the Motor City, tied at 2 victories apiece. The Doc Rivers wants to move on, wants to upset the #1 seed, and he knows his best chance is to hold Rip Hamilton down here today and then go back up to Detroit leading 3-1. So the Doc looking like he spent a lot of time in front of the video last night, as most of these coaches do in the NBA. Sean, he's ready to go here.
He's more than ready to go. He has the troops fired up. His biggest obstacle this series is trying to get his young players to calm down.
And Tracy over there at that scoring table. See, in the old days, they used to do that, pick up an extra assist, rebound along the way. That away, Tracy, he's learning all the tricks of the old guys. But there's one statistic, Sean, that is really working against Detroit. They have lost 11 consecutive playoff games. Can you spell atrocious?
Sure. But you're exactly right when you talked about that front line.
There's the clerk, Sean, putting it away with the left hand. Underrated player, would you say?
He really is. He's not a big-time scorer, but he's a high-energy guy, and he has athletic ability. Don't be fooled.
NBA.com. Yeah, even though we rave about Gooden, Sean, you don't want him taking more shots than Tracy McGrady. That just doesn't make it. McGrady fires the three, and there's our first three, and it's on the money.
That's unguardable. That shot there, when you have that type of size and the long arms, like a 7-footer shooting that shot. That's just superb defense by Curry and Chauncey Billups. Those guys are all over Tracy McGrady.
And McGrady blows for the wraparound and misses again. Can't find his offensive game here.
Ben Wallace forced him to miss that shot because he came over and he blocked the rim.
Billups fires up a miss. Rebraca underneath. Pump fake. Turn around. Tap back in. Good by Ben Wallace.
The Pistons are back. They're playing excellent ball right now after that onslaught early on with the Orlando Magic. They've come back. They're playing excellent basketball right now. They've picked up their intensity on the defensive end.
An 11-0 Detroit run has done it, and McGrady, fouled by Rebraca, is on the free throw line.
I don't know how in the world he sneaks through there and is able to corral that pass. There were about at least three guys around him when he catches that ball.
Injured hand here appears. Left hand.
Oh, jam finger, nothing big.
Let's see if he got his fingers on the glass here.
There he is, 2 guys around him. Right, jammed against the backboard.
He's killing me right here. He said who? I'm never going to forget that.
Neither am I, Sal.
Chris Hilton made it. He plays over at One Buck Place, so we'll wait. We'll still call him Rook.
All right, man. Good answer. Let's get back to the game.
Hey, there was Warren's #1 man. That's for you, Warren. McGrady on a breakout. And Orlando leads at 30-29 on an 11-0 Magic run with one of their #1 fans, the 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, Warren Sapp, here today.
Detroit needed that bucket desperately. Because Tracy McGrady is the irresistible force against the immovable object. And that time, the irresistible force comes away the winner.
Kemp steps out high, and here's McGrady again. Corliss Williamson taking a crack at him, and now Rebraca even jumps out. McGrady is fouled on the 3 by Williamson, and I mean Williamson punished him. Williamson was like a defensive back working against a wide receiver right over the middle, and man, he took it to him. This is playoff basketball right here, folks.
They don't call him the Big Nasty for nothing. Tracy McGrady's done a great job this afternoon coming off that pick and roll, and he gets isolated usually on the big man. That time raising up and drawing the foul. Now sometimes when you struggle, Brent, or I should say lots of times, all you need is an easy bucket or two, particularly a dunk, to get you going. Tracy McGrady got that dunk in the open floor, and now he's a lot more aggressive.
One more coming. He's got a sweet touch, doesn't he, when he's on the money? I mean, doesn't even hit net.
He does. He out-muscles you. He has nice soft touch around the bucket, and he can use both hands.
Pistons up a field goal. Williamson again tightens up on McGrady. Overplaying him, so McGrady will try to blow by him, and does, and one. Williamson's trying to put a saddle on him. And McGrady says, let me break out of this corral. That's 3 fouls already on the Big Nasty.
I don't think there's anyone in the league that can make this play here. Nice up fake. And he toys with him right over the top of the big man with touch.
You can hear the crowd here. Can you hear them, folks? They're chanting MVP. MVP. They believe that in all the talk about Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant and all the other great stars in the league, that Tracy's been somewhat overlooked in this argument.
I haven't overlooked him. You know, the 3 guys that really have a shot are obviously Duncan, Garnett, and Tracy McGrady. Those are the 3 guys that have a shot at winning the MVP. And if Tracy McGrady is able to advance his team deep into the playoffs, you better believe that that's going to carry over into next year and the year after.
On the bench.
He's another high-energy guy. Not a scorer, but a guy who's going to get all over you on the defensive end.
Got him out there for the last minute and a half. Here's McGrady time on the turnaround sweep.
Yeah, he's got most of his ISOs on that left side of the floor. This time he's on the right side. The help defense not there, and Tracy McGrady can beat double, triple teams if he just raises up and shoots that jumper.
And the clerk draws the charge. Basketball belongs to Orlando.
That's a big-time shot by Darrell Armstrong. Here's Tracy McGrady working for the basketball. It's a smaller guy, Rip Hamilton, faces up, raises before the double team can get there. Armstrong in transition, raises up, buries that 3, and that fires his team up. They come back and they have a nice defensive stand, and sometimes